The official name of the event is International Home of the Legends Thumbpicking Weekend is the official name. Some people call it National Thumbpickers Hall of Fame Weekend. Some just call it Thumbpicking Weekend for short, but it's the International Home of the Legends. It started out, the Hall of Fame was formed actually in 1997, and then we'll back up first into 1989. I should have mentioned that first. And 89 was the first actual competition they had a thumbpicking championship in 89, and the event kind of started to develop more from there. The thumbpicking championships ran on from 89 up until 97, and that was basically the event, and some other things surrounding it. Then the Hall of Fame organization was formed in 1997, and then we had the first event in 1998 celebrating the National Thumbpickers Hall of Fame, and that was where the different players started to be recognized and inducted into categories. You know, you had the living thumbpicker at that time. The first one inducted was Chet Atkins. Of course, we had a deceased thumbpicker category as well, so we had to honor Merle Travis, Arnold Schultz, Mose Rager, some of the others. And I say we, I wasn't affiliated with the organization at that time. We were talking about Bobby Anderson, Rodney Kirtley, Eddie Pennington, and so on, the founders of it. And it's really just continued to grow from that point in time. The audience has started to come from farther and wider, and whenever the Merle Travis Center had come about, we held the first event in the Merle Travis Center in 2008, and that really set a whole new stage for it. It was held in different locations. Clarence and Brenda Brewer hosted the event some. It was held at the Drakesboro Cafeteria, several different areas. Paradise Park was a big area for it. When it started being held in the Travis Center, it took on a whole other shape as far as being a production type polished event, having a nice comfortable venue, great top-notch sound system, and so on. And it's really snowballed more from there. This year when we were working on name badges, we were doing name badges from New York, Michigan, Mississippi, Florida, Texas, California. We've had people here in the past from Canada. Our Canadian friends couldn't make it this year. But we've had people from Japan enter the competition, people from Australia. So it's really almost humbling to realize what the significance of this music is to people that are not from here. Even myself included. Growing up, I was around it, heard it and everything, but really did not know the true significance of it until I got into it later in life, and the impact that it's had on other music as well that we listen to. The whole event will start on Friday, and that's going to be Friday, September 26th. We'll open the doors at 5 o'clock. That gives our people a chance to come in, get their name badges, and get registered and so on. Also people to buy tickets at the door. We'll start out with a pre-show at 6:15, and that's going to be Paul Mosley, which is one of our great pickers. He's one of the best in the world as well, and it's called Paul Mosley and Friends, and he'll have just some of the different people from around here that are our loyal supporters picking along with him while folks are coming into the auditorium. The induction ceremony will begin at 7 p.m., and that's where we go back into what I was talking about, having different players inducted into the various categories. Following that, we're going to have a concert from our friends from New York, Al and Kathy Bain. They're a duo. They'll do some Merle Travis type music, a little bit older country, and just a good entertaining evening. And then on Saturday, we'll start out with the International Thumbpicking Championship registration at 9 o'clock. And something that's going along with that this year, Marilyn Kirtley and Gerald Timmons have been working very hard over on the Hall of Fame house, the Shotgun House over in Paradise Park. We're going to have a ribbon cutting over there to unveil what's been done so far that houses some of the photos of past inductees, some different memorabilia that's there, and that's going to be really neat. Then at 10 o'clock, we'll come back over, have the International Championship here, and that's where we have the competitors from all over the country and some from out of the country competing for the title of Grand Champion, and they're going to receive the $3,000 Gretsch guitars, the grand prize. We have a junior category now that's for pickers 17 and under. They get a Gretsch guitar package valued at $1,000 for them, and they also, the winners, get a spot to play on Saturday night to kick off the main show. When people come, and especially when they come from these other states and so on, they come to the event to celebrate Merle Travis, the music that came from what he did, even on into Chet Atkins and Jerry Reed, of course. They were very instrumental in this. But they all want to see, they want to go to Drakesboro, they want to go to Ebenezer, they want to go to Beach Creek, they want to really see this history and stand and be where it happened. And we've seen people just stand at Mose Rager's gravesite for a good long time, just standing there. The same with Merle's. It's really a celebration of not only Merle but Mose Rager, Kennedy Jones, and all of those that started this music and kept it going. And You know, there's a lot of Chet Atkins fans that come as well. Though he and Merle were great players, they were very different, but Merle had a huge influence on Chet. You know, they each added their own spin on this and took it a little further and a little further. And that's even what we get into today with players like Tommy Emmanuel and some of the other ones, and Doyle Dykes that will be here with us on Saturday night. Some of the notable names who have been here in the past for the weekend, you know, we've had Steve Warner here in the past. You know, he was here in 2009. We did a whole celebration in 2010 as a tribute to Scotty Moore, which was Elvis Presley's original guitar player, was in all the movies with Elvis. Scotty was here. A gentleman by the name of Chip Young helped us with that event. And Chip was one of the premier thumb pickers in Nashville. Anything through about the 60s and 70s that you heard that had any thumb on it was Chip. He played on Dolly Parton's Jolene. There's an intro leg to it. He played it. A lot of the Statler Brothers stuff. We've had Wayne Moss here, who did the intro to Pretty Woman, did the intro to Waylon Jennings' Only Daddy That'll Walk the Line. We've had Bobby Bear here 2 times. He's, you know, a big Chet Atkins fan, and of course Chet Atkins helped put him on the map, did a lot of his producing and so on and everything. We've had Charlie McCoy here, whose, you know, name is synonymous with so many different albums in Nashville. We've had Brent Mason here. He was here in 2011. Brent is probably the most recorded guitarist in the world. All of Alan Jackson's stuff, most of George Strait's, anybody's true country stuff that's coming out of Nashville, Brent's playing on it. And, you know, several others that are very, very, you know, heavily and well-known names in the music industry have been here, and all of them say the same thing, like, you know, we love being here where it all started. And that's what makes the event so special to us. And, you know, we don't try to get those people here by any means to say, look at who we have here or do this. They want to come just as bad as we want to have them here, because they all recognize where their roots tie back to, which is, you know, Ebenezer, Drakesboro. It's the one thing that all of the performers, no matter how big the name has been that come, they say, you know, we feel like we're part of the family when we come here. And that's what we want. We want them to feel welcome at home. Okay, entry for the event, if anyone wants to buy a weekend pass, is $35 for all event, and that does include the Saturday night concert as well, that's going to feature string quartet. We didn't get to talk about that. It's the Endless Road Strings. They're members of the Lexington Philharmonic. They back up a lot of these players. We're going to have them, Scott Taylor, who's a Muhlenberg County native. Lives in Lexington now. We're going to have John Knowles, who has performed with Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed, many, many others. Pat Kirtley, who's a world-renowned fingerstyle guitarist. And then Doyle Dykes is going to round out the night. He's performed on the Grand Ole Opry, and he's performed in venues all over the world. So for $35, you can get passes for Friday night's ceremony, Saturday's competition, and Saturday night's concert. And you also get, we're offering this year a membership drive that for a $35 pass that you can already get in with for the weekend, you get a free 1-year membership to the Hall of Fame, which will get you newsletters, it'll get you discounts on other events that we do. If anyone wants to come on an individual basis per event, Friday night's $10. To get into Saturday's contest to see it all day is $10, and then the concert on Saturday night is $15. So still very reasonably priced for absolutely. You know, we have a board of people who are over the National Thumb Pickers Hall of Fame, and that consists of Scott Taylor, Freddie Russell, who's from Allegheny, Kentucky, and one of our staple thumb pickers, Paul Mosley from Beaver Dam, of course, and you know, each one plays a role behind the scenes when we're in planning and so on. I'm the executive director, and since I'm the closest, I do a lot of the close around running, planning, and so on and everything, and then I utilize the other folks during the weekend a lot. And the ones that really need a lot of credit are our wives, without a doubt. You know, mine, I will say in particular, she dives in, helps with a lot of odd and end things, from paperwork to name badges and so on. You know, cannot do it without them. You know, Paul's wife, she helps at the registration table. Eddie Pennington's wife, she helps at the table. They're all to be highly commended. Marilyn Kirtley, without a doubt, she's an inspiration to a lot of us. You know, she's working on shirts and promoting and, you know, goodie bags for contestants and Hall of Fame house and lots of other different things. So there's kind of a whole big family of us that really work together to make this event happen and to make it feel very home. We've had people ask before, you know, where the money goes and so on and everything, you know, what the ticket prices are for and where our memberships are for. That all goes right back in to, for one, promoting and putting on the event for the next year. And the Hall of Fame also throughout the year will sponsor different events here at the Merle Travis Center as well. That allows us to be able to fund those, to be able to advertise those. We also work at times with programs from the schools and so on and everything. We have middle school comes here every year, and we do a program for them as well. But all of the funding goes right back into the Hall of Fame and the promoting of the heritage and the history of this music and putting on the events for next year. So all of us that do this, it's absolutely a labor of love for all of us. We're all volunteer, unpaid employees working for the cause of promoting. We have sponsors that we're very happy to thank and that help out. Of course, we have Central City Tourism Commission is very supportive of us every year. Greenville Tourism Commission, can't say enough about them. They've worked with us wonderfully. Kentucky Farm Bureau, Ricky Hoskins Agency has always been a great supporter of ours. The Pogue Automotive Group, they're great to work with as well. They help sponsor this event and other events that we do here also. And then Gretsch Guitars for the prizes. Gretsch donates those prizes to us every year. They help us out with door prizes, and that in itself has helped catapult the event into another level of having that quality of an instrument to be able to offer.